And just so you guys know, I am working on the super high frequency training program, and it is coming soon for those of you who have already used the 2-day split programs and want to kind of see how to organize something if you're going to start going, you know, even higher level of frequency. So anyway, I'm working on that right now. So if you want to get it, just stay tuned. In this next month or so, it should be up. All right? Mountain. You don't have to buy my programs. I just appreciate you watching my videos. So thanks for that. It's kind of lonely out here with the camera making videos if nobody's watching them. You wouldn't want me to be lonely, would you? If I'm alone for too long, I'll start talking to myself. Hello? Is anybody here? Hello? Oh, there somebody is. Hi there, Mr. Guy. You sure are a good-looking dude, aren't you? Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Hey, everybody talks to their reflection, don't they? Huh? I didn't think so.
Train the muscles, not the joints.
Welcome back to Natural Gallant Bodybuilding, and today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about how I trained when I was at the peak of my career as opposed to now, which is a question I get a lot all the time. Like, people think that a lot of the techniques that I'm teaching right now, especially when it comes down to how frequent I train, they think that I just kind of made that up for YouTube or something like that, right? But what I wanted to do was really make a video explaining this specifically about high frequency training and whether I trained like this when I was winning the Canadian National Championships or when I was getting second in the Natural Universe or whatever, right? So the bottom line is, back in the day, high frequency training was the cornerstone of my results at the peak of my career. Now, did I ever train with 3-day split programs or 4-day splits or whatever and try out bro splits? Did I ever train like that? Yeah, I did. I trained for a couple of years with the 3-day split, but I found there was a point to where I hit a ceiling and I just couldn't get past that. And when I started incorporating 2-day split type programs and also full body workouts, I started to break through the plateaus that I had with the 3-day split. And therefore, I started to see the advantage for my body type of high frequency training with moderate to lower amounts of volume, instead of high volume training and then taking the standard 3 to 4 days off rest. So yeah, I trained some 3-day splits, but for the most part, from 97 on, and that's when I did the most of my competing, was 1997 on, I was doing 2-day split programs or full body workouts and doing super high frequency, lower volume, and getting great results from it. So that's what I teach now. Everything that I teach now is what I did to establish championship winning gains, okay? So everything I'm teaching you now isn't something I just made up now because it's like, oh, you know, I got an injury from hockey and that's how I train. So everything I'm saying to you now is what I did to establish the peak of my gains, and most of the gains that I got, I established this with higher frequency training. Even when I first started training, I trained the upper body 3 days a week and trained the legs about 2 to 3 days a week, right? So when I first started training, that's what I did. That was kind of how I started. And then I went into the 3-day split programs because in the magazines at the time, all the big bodybuilders were talking about the 3-day split and the 4-day splits and stuff, and that's how they train. So I thought, oh, that's how you have to train if you want to get bigger, right? So I went more into that territory, and then I got introduced to higher frequency training, and then I tried that out, and then I realized, oh my God, this is actually working better than the longer sort of rest times in between training body parts. Now, again, I do believe ideally, you would synergistically go back and forth from these types of training methods. But for the most part, high frequency is what I did in order to win the nationals, in order to get my pro card, in order to be on the cover of magazines. That's really the main type of training that I incorporated in order to get to where I am and where I was at my peak of my career. So I hope this answers your question. I just wanted to make a video specifically on that because, yeah, I think there was a lot of people asking that question, and no matter how many times I answer it in other videos, it seems like it gets passed over. So there's your answer. Yes, I incorporated high frequency training. It is awesome. And I think for natural bodybuilders, it's even more important than the unnatural side. You know what I'm saying? Because you have to constantly stimulate the system in order to get the body to secrete the hormones, in order for the body to make these adaptations to training. Now, again, find out what works for you. That's most important. That's key. But for myself, I found high frequency was the best way to accomplish this. Mountain. So I hope this helps you out in your training. Thanks a lot for watching. And if you need to get hold of me, just go to naturalgallantbodybuilding.com. And thanks to the patron supporters. And take care for now. Hello? Is anybody here? Hello?